Assalamualaikum and hi to the honorable judges who I respect and appreciate. Walt Disney, an American entrepreneur, writer, voice actor, animator, and film producer, once said that there is more treasure in books than in all the pirates loot on the treasure island. As for Muslim, we all have been told and aware of the first word that conveyed by Jibril alaihi salam to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Iqra, which means read. As for that, I hope younger generation will embrace the joy of reading. To begin with, please let me introduce myself first. I am Alfa Ilyana binti Roslan, but you guys can call me Yana to make it shorter and easier. I am a Form 5 student and a head prefect at Smktls Shahrin. Before we dive into the books, please allow me to tell you guys a little bit more about myself. I am to become a lecturer. Why? Well, I would like to share my knowledge with my students and I want to motivate them to not give up even when the uni's life is hard and tough. Back to the main business. I have read 5 novels, which are A Little Book of Joy by Stephen Buku, 90 Minutes and Lone Wolf by Jodi Picoult, The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, and lastly Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Out of them 5, there is a book that catch my interest. So, please allow me to tell you more details about the book, which is Little Woman. I will start my story with introducing to you the author who made me fall in love with her book. She is Louisa May Alcott, one of the America's female writers in the back of 19th century and was born on 29 November 1832. Her name is the combination of her dad, Russell Alcott, and her mother, Abigail May. Well, I guess back then almost 90% of the girls or women have diary, as that is how they express their feelings, by using words. Hence, that is not an exception for the author as well. She began writing diary and started to write short stories, fairy tales, and novels when she entered teenagers. Now, I would like to review about this book. Little Woman is an easy and excellent book that has delighted generations of readers. This book is about 4 different but creative sisters in a home with their mother, anticipating their father's homecoming after the war. Now, I would like to introduce the 4 March sisters to you. Firstly, we have Meg. She is the eldest daughter and the most beautiful woman among them all. She wanted to become a housewife. Second, we have Jo, a headstrong and tomboy characteristic girl and dreams to become a great writer. Third, we have Bess, a soft girl and a quiet music lover. Lastly, we have Amy as the last daughter, who is a spoiled girl and dreams to become a great painter. They are all so lucky to have a mother like Mrs. Marsh, who is a soft-heart-natured and a wise woman. In addition, even though she has to take care of her 4 daughters alone without her husband by her side, she never complained. The writer began the story with the 4 Marsh sisters sitting in their living room lamenting their poverty. As they are living in a poor family, they didn't have much money to spend on during Christmas. Hence, they decided to just buy gifts for their mother instead of having gifts for themselves. This is due to there was a day when their mother, May, came home with a letter from their father, Mr. Marsh. The letter then became an inspiration for the girls to not complain about their poverty and struggle against their burden more cheerfully. Apart from that, there was a day when Meg and Jo attend a New Year's party at Meg's wealthy friend home, Sally Gardiner. At the party, Jo met Laurie, Mr. Lawrence's grandson. Mr. Lawrence is their father's best friend. Apart from that, the girls have various adventures. As example, Meg have to work outside their home to support their family and spend her days by teaching the small children. As for Jo, she is killing 2 birds by using a stone when she is taking care and reading for her Aunt Marsh with the intention that she could read all the books in her aunt's library. At some points, Laurie invited Jo and Meg watch the seven lake at the to watch seven castle at the Diamond Lake. Then, Amy, as the last daughter, wanted to follow them. However, Jo, as the headstrong sister, refuses to let Amy go with them to the theater. Upon arriving home, Jo noticed that Amy burned her manuscript that made her feel hurt and crushed, that she will never forgive Amy again. Then, in her anger, Jo nearly let Amy drown while ice skating. Luckily, because of May, their mother, Jo is now can forgive Amy. Talking about this, I remember a similar situation that happened between me and my little sister. There was a time when I was doing homework and spent a lot of my time on it before in a blink she spilled a drink on it. I was mad and I told her that I hate her for ruining my homework. But then, after 5 minutes, we were laughing together and back to normal. Back to the novel, the story then revolves around Pretty Maid who will attend a party. But then, she's ashamed that she couldn't afford of buying new dress like the others did, and she's overheard people talking about her wanted to marry Laurie just for his money. Then, the family will receive a telegram saying that Mr. Marsh is sick in a hospital in Washington. As for that, May have to go there to take care of him, and Jo have to sell her hair to help finance of the trip. Later, the book will tell you about Mr. Brooke who will get a job and will propose Meg to marry him. So then, Meg can become his housewife. But then, it will make Jo upset and mad at the prospect that she will lose her sister. But as usual, there will be May, their mother, who will comfort Jo and tell her that everything will be just okay. Lastly, on Christmas Day, Mr. Marsh will return home. The girls are so happy to see their father, and we got the happy ending that the Marsh family is now complete. This book is suitable for all types of reader, but I highly suggest this book for teenagers as it has a lot of lessons that we can learn and use it in our daily life. Despite of their poverty, they didn't just give up and let the fate decide their life, but they get up and do the best that they can to overcome it to get a life better for themselves. I love the fact that the girls always stick together no matter what happens through each other's ups and downs. To end this video, I would like to say, make it a rule never to give a book you would never read yourself. Hence, I am brave enough to say that teenagers should read this book because I have already read it. That's all from me. Thank you.